Kamala Harris is handing out free money with a barrage of new promises. Are you included? Well, if so, you may want to get in line because according to what she's saying, the line of people is going to be about 100 million deep. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you the details of who may be included, how much you could possibly get, as thousands of dollars are up for grabs, and all the other details of what she is proposing because there's a lot out there. And I also want to share who would be included as well as who would not be included, because there's a huge percentage of the population that would not be included on this. So you need to know those details as well. And what is the likelihood of her being able to actually get this done? Well, all that's going to be included right here in the video. Let's jump into it. First off, if you have not done so, please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so. I'm here for you every single day, watching the details and breaking it all down in these short videos. It's a weird time we're living through right now. A lot of weird things are coming out. And again, I'm here for you. Please subscribe down below. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And let's talk through the details. All right. So as you can see right here, we have a barrage of different proposals that she has introduced. So I'm going to work my way through these one by one here. I'll explain the details that we know as of right now, what she has introduced. And again, I do want to emphasize who would be included, possibly, and who would not be included. Now, here's the thing. According to what she said, this would lower the tax burden for about 100 million people. Well, guess what? The population in the United States is about 334 million people. So that simply means that about 234 million people would not be included. Only about a third of the population would be included for this. So you want to know that as well, right? All right, so anyway, let's work our way through this one at a time here. So the expansion of the EITC, this is the Earned Income Tax Credit. Now, this could potentially be worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for somebody who has an earned income and who files a tax return, and there's some other qualifications and eligibility for it. But for the most part, for those of you that receive a fixed income benefit, unfortunately, you would not be included on this one. So there you go. Check mark against us in that case for the people that do receive a fixed income benefit. Many of those benefits that I talk about here on the channel, you got to have an earned income in order to be eligible for that. And again, there's a lot of parameters. I am not your accountant. I'm not your CPA, so I can't tell you definitively if you are or you're not included for that. But she would want to expand the EITC, which, by the way, that's already pretty good right there for a lot of people. There's a lot of people that claim that. Mostly low-income people that do have an earned income can claim that. And I didn't see any specifications as far as how much she would want to expand it, but that's one of the details. Next, the expansion of the child tax credit payments. Remember, this is something that's also out there as well. There's legislation that we talked about earlier this year that they passed in the House. They didn't pass it in the Senate. They voted on it recently. It did not make it through, but that would also expand the child tax credit payments. But remember, in the year 2021, there was the expanded child tax credit payments from $3,000 to $3,600 depending on the age of the child. But that went away. That was only basically like a one-year thing, right? But they want to bring back the $3,600, which would be pretty nice for some households who would be eligible for it, who have kids within the respective ages, as well as who have incomes within the respective levels as well. Now, get this. They also want to give a $6,000 bonus for a newborn, okay? Get that, $6,000. Now, let me tell you this much, okay? I know a lot of you here in the community that receive Social Security, retirement, SSDI, survivors, spousal, SSI benefits. Would you potentially be included for this? The simple answer would be yes and no. Possibly if you have a minor child who's within the ages that would be specified for the child tax credit payments, or if you happen to have a newborn. Again, that's not going to be the case for a lot of people, just saying, right? I think we know this, but I guess it's maybe like a yes and no. If somebody, is receiving fixed income benefits and they're within the childbearing years, then, if you happen to have, a newborn or something like that, then possibly you'd be eligible. But for the most part, the vast majority of fixed income beneficiaries, yep, yet again, nope, not included. You wouldn't be included for this yet again, simply because this is not the case for most retirees that receive Social Security, right? I'm just saying, I think we all kind of not recognize that, right? All right, so anyway, Another check mark against a lot of people. All right, so next, let's quickly talk about the first-time home buyer credit. So what they want to do here is they want to offer $25,000 of taxpayer money to basically help for first-time home buyers. So I'm not sure exactly how they would apply this, but I'm sure that there would be income qualifications. I can't imagine that the first-time home buyer going out there buying, say, a $800,000 or $1 million or $2 million house as their first house. I don't think they're going to qualify for $25,000 of down payment assistance with this program and funded by taxpayers. I just imagine that's not going to be the case, right? It's mostly going to be probably lower income individuals because that's how all these programs are. They're always focused around low income. They never focus these things around higher income people, and they usually have the cutoffs on these things somewhere right around, call it $75,000 to $100,000 as an individual, possibly lower than that, and usually around $150,000 or maybe $200,000 as a married couple. So there you go. They want to give $25,000 as first-time home buyer assistance for that. Next, she also promised 3,000 new housing units. Nice promise, but how are you going to pull that one off, right? So here's the thing. The government is terrible when it comes down to housing. The government doesn't have a clue. They should not do this. They should leave housing to the private sector, which is typically what they do. But here's the situation. She promised basically did I say 3,000? Sorry, I meant to say 3 million. Sorry about that. I think I said 3,000 a second ago. I meant to say 3 million. Sorry about that. Quick correction on that, okay? All right, so anyway, she wants to implement 3 million new housing units, okay? Now again, I want to know more details about this. How are you going to pull this off? Where is it going to be? Are they going to be apartments, or are they going to be like single family dwellings? What's the price range on these things going to be? Is it going to be Section 8? Like, what are the details, okay? Just building 3 million homes is great, but if they're all $700-800 million houses, I'm sorry, that helps nobody. That helps a very small percentage of the population that can afford that, right? I highly doubt that'd be the case, but again, we need to know more details about this, because just building 3 million housing units does nothing unless we know the details, right? I mean, here's the thing. We can go build 3 million $5 million houses. Who does that help? Nobody. Literally nobody, right? So my point is, we need to know more details about where these are going to be. What are the price points going to be? Are they going to be, multifamily? Are they going to be single family dwellings? What are they going to be? We don't know, and she doesn't have a clue either. So there you go. So I mean, here's the situation. A lot of promises here, a lot of free money handouts and stuff like this. But here's the thing. She can say whatever she wants. And I've said this before in other videos. And again, I slam both sides equally, okay? It just happens to be her. They came out with a bunch of proposals here, okay? It just happens to be her that I'm talking about right here now. But I like to rip these proposals apart all the time. But my point is, a lot of promises. You can promise anything. I don't care what it is. On an election year, there's always tons of promises. Hey, I'm going to do this. Hey, vote for me and I'll do that for you. And then after they get in, they say, oh, sorry, I didn't do it because Congress stopped us. Congress didn't do it. It's their fault, right? Yeah, same situation here, okay? Don't get me wrong. Some of these I absolutely think they could do. Like the expanded child tax credit payment, absolutely 100%. I do think they could easily do that because there's legislation out there to do that right now. I think that's a slam dunk. I think they could easily do that. And there's people from both sides that do want to do it. So the child tax credit payments, the expanded, sure, 100%. I do agree that they can do that. The $6,000 bonus for a newborn, I don't know about that one, okay? I think $6,000 might be a little bit rich there. Don't get me wrong. I mean, $6,000, that's a little tempting, right? I mean, you know what I mean? hey, Corey, where you at? I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I should take that out. That's disgusting. But you get my point here, right? But my point is, $6,000, that's like pretty cool. I mean, that's a lot of money, but that, I don't know about that one, okay? I think that might be a little high. Maybe a little bonus of like 4,000, 4,500, something like that. But I think 6,000 is starting a little high, but that's okay. Just like I always say in negotiations, you always want to take your side a little bit more aggressively with a little bit higher because you can always come down. If you start at your bottom dollar and start negotiating from there, you're going to be sad. I'll tell you that much, right? So that's how I like to negotiate deals, is I like to start high or low, wherever I'm starting from, whatever it is I'm trying to do. I like to start kind of on the extreme end and then work my way in from there. That's just how I like to do things, and she's probably doing the same thing here. But again, the $25,000 of first-time homebuyer assistance, again, I don't know about that. We had something like this maybe like, 16, 17, 18 years ago, something like that. I don't remember exactly when it was. Maybe it was 20 years ago now. They did have first-time homebuyer assistance. It was kind of a long time ago. I don't remember exactly which year it was, but that helped quite a bit of buying in the real estate market, right? But the problem is right now, the affordability situation you've heard me talk about before in the videos, which is the affordability situation is kind of rough right now. So prices have gone up substantially. Interest rates are very high. I don't know. We'll have to see about that one as well. Not sure if she can pull that one off. Again, I think the 25 grand might be a little steep, but who knows? You never know, right? But anyway, some more money handouts, free money handouts from good old Kamala Harris here. So we'll have to see what she can pull off here, if she even gets any of this done at all. But wanted to bring this to your attention here so you can see what's going on. And yeah, I'll bring it to your attention as I get more details on this. But let me know down below in the comment section, do you like some of these? Do you feel like it's fair or unfair? Which, by the way, I know a lot of you here in the community receive fixed income benefits like Social Security, SSDI, Survivor Spousal, SSI, VA. What would you be included for here with this whole list? The simple answer is none, like basically none of it. I mean, unless you're in the market to go out and buy a house as a first-time home buyer. I don't think that's the case for a lot of people. But would you be included for the EITC? If you are working and have an earned income, possibly, maybe a little bit there. What about the child tax credit payment? Probably not for the vast majority of people, just saying. Yeah, there you go, right? So not much. So again, I'm leaving out a lot of people. Once again, as always, they love doing that, right? Yeah, they love leaving out the seniors and people with disabilities, things like that. So anyway, hope this helps you. Again, please let me know your feedback down below. I'll do what I can to help you out. Please subscribe down below as well. Totally free to do so. Share the video with your friends, family, social media. Check out the other videos here on the channel, the thousands in the video library. Those I've hand selected for you down below in the description at the top of the comment section. And right now, popping over screen as well, you'll see some videos there. Thanks so much. Check out one of those, and I'll see you again in just a minute in the next video.